so let's talk about income. And I am going to do an example for general transcription so you can see the differences, especially if you are looking at online. It's a little confusing. So let's talk online general transcription. So if you go to sites like riff.com and that stuff and you're looking up, it's going to be paid per audio hour. Okay, so they'll say $20 per audio hour. What most people think is that they're going to get paid $20 an hour. So every hour they work, they're going to get paid $20. That's not what they mean. They mean they're going to give you an hour of audio, 1 hour, and they're going to pay you $20 for that hour of audio. Okay, how long does it take you to type an hour of audio, right? This is where people, it takes them a while to start doing the math and realizing how little they are earning. And so those websites, they get a lot of people and they just churn them through because people figure out they're not really earning any money and they leave and go try to find something else. So let's do a little math and then compare that to legal transcription. So per audio hour, $20. It takes, as a new transcriber, brand new, about 4 hours to type 1 hour of audio. Okay, so if you got paid $20, you only made $5 an hour. Obviously, you can't live on that in the United States, right? So, legal transcription, you are paid per page. Okay, now that per page rate can vary based on a few things, and then you need to know how many pages are produced from an hour of audio, right? Okay, so let's talk about what goes into your payment as a legal transcriber. So the first thing is the file type. Is it a deposition? Is it a hearing? Is it a trial? Right? So your depositions, you're going to have the most of those, because if you think about the legal process, it starts with depositions, then it goes to hearings. I mean, you might have hearing without depositions, but in general, in the big cases, okay, and then if they're not settling, etc., now they're going into trial. Okay, so your low pay is going to be depositions, and then it's going to move up. Okay, so you have file type, and then you have turnaround time. So when is the file due back to the client? Okay, so everyone has kind of a standard, and standard could be 5 days, 7 days, 10, 15 days. Okay, and then they have faster. So if your standard is a 7, you might have a 5-day rate that is higher. You'll have a 3-day rate that's higher, a 2-day, a 1-day, a same day. The faster the turnaround time, the more you're going to get paid per page. Okay, so your rates go up. And then there's like a kind of like a U thing, right? So we're going to use the four hours to type 1 hour of audio. Okay, and we're going to do the math for a depo. So you got paid in general transcription about $5 an hour. Okay, we're going to do a deposition. You're brand new. Okay, you're going to make $1 per page. You're brand new. This is your first job, first file you're getting. Deposition, $1 per page. 1 hour of audio, you know, it's going to take you 4 hours to type, but how many pages are you going to get out of there? You're going to get about 45. It's about 75% of the time. So 60 minutes, you're going to get about 45 pages. Okay, so 4 hours to type, you make $45. So now you're making $11.25 an hour. Okay, not great, but more than double what you made in that general transcription job, right? For 4 hours of work. Well, now it's still a deposition, okay? But now they want it back in 3 days. So now they're going to pay you $3 a page. So same job, it's not any harder, it's not taking you any longer, but you're making more money. So if you're making $3, 45 pages, it comes out to $33 and I think 25 cents an hour. Okay, so basically as you're taking jobs, you'll want to take faster turnaround time ones and then some slower ones to fill the time in, but when you're taking the faster turnaround times, you're making more money. So now let's say that you're still only doing that 1 hour of audio, but it's a trial. Okay, so a trial day comes in, and because it takes 4 hours to type 1 hour of audio, it'll get split up, right? We have 6 hours of tape. We're gonna send each transcriber, they want 1 hour each, so each one takes, and then we put it all together at the end. So you're still only doing the 4 hours, but now you're getting paid $8 a page because they need it tomorrow, because they're in court again tomorrow, right? Now you're making $90 an hour, okay? Are you getting trials every day? Probably not, but you take the work based on those things so that you can increase your income, okay? You also get faster, right? The more you're typing, the faster you're going to get. So you're going to get down to 3 hours for 1 hour of audio. So your income is increasing just by your skills. Anthony is also really, really good at hearing stuff that other people cannot. So we'll get a lot of files that our clients had sent to another team and they couldn't get it done. And they'll be like, hey, can you take a crack at this? And he can basically name his rate. He's like, yeah, I think you can do it. You know, you're gonna have to pay me for this though. So you can get much higher rates even. So you take each little thing, you plan that. Sounds a little hectic, but you work through that as you're getting started. Okay, so let me find you our list here of I pulled some sample pay period income from our team a couple months ago. So this was, our pay periods are twice a month, so half a month. And you can work part-time, you can work full-time, you can kind of change your schedule. Now there are companies that will want you to say, I'm going to work, you know, I'm going to take this many files, or I'm going to commit to producing this many pages, or, you know, these hours. Usually not. Our company, you're completely flexible. If you want to be full-time, you can be. If you want to be part-time, it's fine. If you need to switch because you are going on vacation, or you know you had something come up you need to go take care of for the family, whatever, you're an independent contractor, so you take the work that you want. And if you can't take work that day or that week or that month, then you just don't. For our teams, you're always on the team, so you're always getting the job list and you take what you want. Yeah, getting speed up is, the cool thing is when you take a course like this, you're practicing the whole time, so your speed does go up. I actually warn, when I will probably say this again later, but even if you're very fast typer, once you start doing the actual legal transcription part, so our course starts, you'll have like some speeches, so one person, and then you'll have some 2 people or 3 people files, just to get used to things before you actually start putting in all of the legal transcription stuff. So once you get to that point, you're gonna slow down because you're thinking about all of these other things. You're not just straight typing, you're thinking in between. So you will slow down. So that scares some people. Jessica, awesome. So our sample pay period, so I pulled 4, so some part-timers up to our full-timers. So one made $210, another made $544.75. The third made $989.63. And the top one, that pay period was $2,808. Pay example. It's actually in the class, so I go over those numbers as well. Probably much better than I did here on the live. So you can message me with any questions after that too. Okay, so those are some examples. I had Anthony pull for 2024 as well at the beginning of the year, and for like our newbies that had just come out of the course, they had been doing it for about a year, seeing what they earned. So our full-timers doing roughly 40 hours of typing a week earned between 35 and 45. Like average, our highest 2024 earned 55 her first year, 55,000. No experience, didn't have any other experience before that, so just going through the course and working. Our heavy part-timers, 25 to 32 hours, did about 22 to 32,000, and our part-timers doing 6 to 20 hours of typing a week made about $6,000 to $20,000 that year.